Wow, they should call this show Past My Bedtime. Well, you're looking at me, you're wondering, is that the love child of Barbara Streisand and Barry Manilow? I couldn't be their love child because I'm almost their age. I'm a retired teacher. I was a school teacher in a really tough school, South Jamaica, Queens. You walk into the building and you see the school colors, black and blue. And we used to carve our sweetheart's name in the desk. These kids carved their sweetheart's name in their sweetheart. Really tough. And when we were young, I don't know about you, but did you read the Dick and Jane books? Run, Spot, Run, See, Spot, Run? Did you have those books?
Yeah.
Well, this is how I had to teach them how to read. Run, Spot, Run. Dick's got a gun. Spot is a pit bull. Run, teacher, run. And those were the 10th graders. And you know, the superintendent said, everything's a teachable moment, no matter what happens in the classroom. So I'm breaking up a fight, and this kid goes, he choked me terrible. I said, stop, Johnny. You're using your adverbs incorrectly. He choked you terribly. And you know, they never give you money for all the supplies you need to teach, so I had to bring in my own scales when I was teaching measurement. So I brought in my bathroom scale, my Weight Watchers scale, and my cocaine scale. I'm only kidding. I never went to Weight Watchers. But I love that little tray on top of the scale because you could put the banana split in there. You know, famous people went to my school. One of them is a newscaster, she's still around, and two very famous athletes, and the ATM Bandit. He went to my school too. This kid brings in something for show and tell. He says, teacher, it's not only show and tell, it's the word of the day. Glock, G-L-O-C-K. Really tough school. The second grade girls had a gang, and the initiation was to take the milk containers off of my girls' lunch trays. So I named them the half pints. And the leader of the gang, I called her the Dairy Queen. So when you're a teacher, years later, they look for you on the Facebook. So I friended the Dairy Queen with her real name, and she's telling her personal life on there on the Facebook, a little more than I need to know, that her boyfriend needed Viagra. So I said, why don't you name him Mr. Softy? So teaching is challenging. Any teachers in the audience? Oh, you're a teacher. You know, when you're in a tough school like that, you have to joke about it. But I'm getting older now, and I try to have a positive attitude. Like, you can't tell, but maybe you can, but I'm losing my hair. But I know where it's going. It's going to my knuckles. And the good thing about getting older, ladies, when you stop having all these things that you go through, you don't have to shave your legs or under your arms. I'm being very personal, even the men, I'm telling you something. But the bad news is, I'm growing a little bit of a macrame ring right here on my face. The crazy things happen. But you young girls, you always say, oh man, I can't wait till I'm done with the PMS and all that. I can't wait for the change. Don't you say that? Then the change comes and you have the mood swings. You know what I say? Menstruation, menopause, those were the good old days. He laughed at that. The cuckoo on my biological clock is wearing Depends. I've already passed the information age and I'm headed for the inflammation age. If they had these bags during Hurricane Sandy, the F train would never have stopped running. I try to have a positive attitude about certain things like varicose veins. Any of you have those? Nobody's as old as me. You don't have them yet. Well, anyway, thanks anyway. But I call my varicose veins the Google map to adventure. This road takes you to the Sterling Forest. I got to break that down to you young girls who do the Brazilian and all. It's not that. It's not that at all. And then this road takes you to the Dead Sea. That one you can figure out yourself. But yeah, when you get older, you know, you look at things differently. Like every day there's something else in the mirror that you see on your face. So I try to make a joke like, I have pound signs here, and I have exclamation points here, and parentheses here. Well, if you have pound signs, parentheses, exclamation on your face, I'll just lay down, you can send a text message on me. So I'll tell you a little more about myself. I've been married 2 times over my lifetime. I was married to a Jewish guy and then a Chinese guy. There's no difference. They're both cheap and they drive terribly. In fact, the Chinese guy was in the hospital in a wheelchair, and unfortunately he took out an orderly, a candy striper, and a doctor. Still bad driver. But when you're married to a Chinese guy, the good news is you have 3 New Years, because I'm Jewish. So first comes the American New Year, and you have fireworks. Then comes the Chinese New Year, fireworks. But then you wait for the Jewish New Year, which is around now. There's no fireworks. Unless you put some horseradish on my Aunt Esther's gefilte fish, then you have fireworks. But when I was married to the Jewish guy, I wish that Thanksgiving and Hanukkah came out on the same night like it did a few years ago. You know why? Because then my mother-in-law would only have to eat over once. So now I'm dating, and I met this guy from Brooklyn, and he was from Bragg Street. Let me tell you something, he had nothing to brag about. But around the corner was Knapp Street, and I think that would be a better street for this guy. I'll tell you why. We're waiting for the elevator in his building, and he presses the button. It goes up 1 flight. But guess what his singles ad said? Loves long hikes. Well, if you love long hikes, you can't walk up 1 flight of steps, you know. They write anything on these ads. And another thing his singles ad said, loves romantic horse and buggy rides. Hello, you live in Sheepshead Bay, you're not Amish. You don't live in the Pennsylvania Dutch. They write anything. And then I said, why are you showing me your singles ad? We met on a blind date. That's the kind of guy he was. So I'll tell you about a crazy thing that happened to me. Do any of you ladies or even the gentlemen go to the nail salons? You go to the nail salon? I don't know where the ones that I go to are from, but I have a feeling. Let me just say it like this. They have 30 forms of torture. And how do I know it's 30? Because they give you a little card. After you go 10 times, you get a free one, so I wrote them down. The first one is you walk in and you smell something very odd. Like, you wonder, is this vegetable? Is this mineral? Uh-oh. Is this animal? What is it that you smell? Do you have that in yours? They're cooking back there? Oh, well, they're cooking something in mine. And then they put you on this, like, vibrating chair, and they do your toenails and your hands at the same time. So the machine is, like, moving. You have no control, and then they're filing your toenails so it tickles. You have no control. They're torturing you, 30 forms of torture. So then they put this Agent Orange on me, and it burns and it drips down your arm. And then they put some napalm, and I said, lady, excuse me, I marched against the war. I didn't bomb your village. Why are you torturing me 30 ways? Thank you very much.